Hello everyone. Today's my topic is how can we utilize Wikidata to protect Puyuma, an endangered language. Linguists in Taiwan have recorded the Puyuma language. However, there are a lot of differences across the many Puyuma dialects. In order to improve upon the current Puyuma dictionaries and common textbooks, I am working on a strategy that includes: firstly, a lexicographical-based glossary database. Secondly, mapping. And thirdly, potential linguistic analysis based on the use of the tools from Wikidata and Wikipedia. Yep, here is my content page. Well, you can see that firstly, I will be speaking on the existing non-linked open dataset. Secondly, search result under Wikidata tool. So there are glams, locators, squid, scholia. Third, Wikidata and lexicographical data. How to edit Wikidata, P, Q, and Sparkle. What are these concepts? Q&A session, and lastly, the end of our discussion. And here are the existing data about Puyuma. So you can see there are 4 links. First one, this is from the government and under the Institute of Anthropology. It has also created this project, and in this project there are digitalized pictures and of all the 16 tribes that are based in Taiwan. And secondly, this is a database created by the Council of Indigenous People. So we can see that they are divided into where are these tribes and the videos, and also where are the locations and what you can learn from all this data, and basically this function as a news aggregator, and you can read news about what are the latest updates of Taiwanese Aborigine tribes. Third, this is another data set you can find from Libraries of Congress. The American Libraries of Congress is the world's biggest database. It contains most of the information of the world, and if there's any book that has been published, that usually have to send 1 copy to the Library of Congress. So on the Library of Congress, itself is also function as a mini encyclopedia. You can see that there are variants of spellings of the Puyuma, which means that Peinand, Panapayang, Pelant, Pinlang, Pima, Pukma, or Puyuma. And these are the concepts installed in the Libraries of Congress. And here you can see there are the sources. Fourthly, the existing database. So this database also come to attention that when I was searching for Library of Congress data, I have discovered that yes, there is a record of the Puyuma in the National Libraries of Israel. So you can see that this is done by a Dutch entomologist, and he has included Puyuma under his outlines of world cultures, and this book is published in 1983. Let's move on to the search result on the Wikidata tool. Firstly, the glams, locators, squids, and scrollers, and these are the tools that invented by the other various data scientists. Well, from the Puyuma's LOD, link open data on Glance. Glance, which referring to gallery, libraries, archives, and museums. And we can see that there are basically 18 files in category trees. 8 files were viewed, out of 9 were used. 22 pages on 13 wikis use those files. And 10,440 files views in 2023 June, which is when I took the data. And data for one page could not be loaded from the WMF page view. It shows 404 API errors. Yes, and this is what you can find from the GLAMT, which are the stored data. If you click on this link, then you will link to various wiki pages. This is why it says, and this is the wiki, which means that this page will link to Wikipedias in traditional Chinese. And then if you use another tool, which is a locator. Locators is basically it will search for the GSI information. GSI informations based on the pages being stored in the Wiki Commons, or what is searchable or indexed and traceable on the from the GLAM. So you can see that there are files that contain, for example, Open Now Man in Formosa, which is quite long ago, and some of the latest one which I'm showing here is means that Taiwanese title Puyuma's the cleaning mortuary rituals. And however, because due to the GDPR and privacy reason, the GDS coordinates been saved within the photo that have been removed. That's why you are unable to see them, the direct location of these pictures on the map. And by the way, this is an OpenStreetMap. Likewise, when we search for another picture, another item, which means with the name a chief of Taiping people. Taiping people, I suspect that it actually refers to Puyuma, but it comes with spelling. But no worry, we can see what other metadata has been recorded here. It says that it is 1880s works in Taiwan, and this is a drawing of a man of Taiwan. And also, we can see that this is Puyuma people. But however, due to the removal of the camera location stored in the picture, so we are unable to trace where is the picture. And since we are referring to the camera coordinate, this is what I mean, because every picture that we taken by our digital devices, especially the cameras, it has a GPS coordinates, and under Wikidata, this coordinate location information is known as P625. And if this Wikidata tool, they are supposed to extract this coordinate information, and then you are able to find the latitudes and the longitudes that, like for example, like what is shown in this example, the exact location of where this picture has been taken. If that information has been stored, then you probably can locate that other pictures is actually is linked with the location somewhere Taitung here on this OpenStreetMap. And these are the very important information that we must remember. This is using Squid, and Squid itself is another tool which showing you indexing a metadata format. In this case, we learned that Puyuma people it has Wikidata metadata known as Q706500. And likewise, for the identifier, it also shows that yes, this data has been linked with Library of Congress and the National Library of Israel, and also lastly the fee base, which is the and also the Wiki Common category Puyuma people. And what is under Puyuma people? This based on Wikipedia on the English search information, we can see that these are a few Puyuma people, and Ame is a celebrities, and Puyuma language is one of the items being stored on Wikidata, and if you want to know more about this picture, you can click on Puyuma peoples, and then you will link to the it will bring you to the Wiki Commons page. For example, here, these are the Wiki Commons that photos that have been uploaded by various Wikipedia users. And down here you can see that if you wish to upload more media, you can click on it and you can upload other informations. And under the property, you can see that this Wikipedia entry is traceable by Wikidata, and followed by Library of Congress and National Library of Israel, and like I mentioned, and all these tools I have mentioned earlier, that for example, Scholars, Wikimap, and locating tools. There are the tools that we can also use to indexing the information relating to the Puyuma people. And how can I upload to Wikicommons? It's very easy. First, you must have a Wikimedia or Wikipedia ID. Then you can upload your pictures, and of course you can also enable the GIS information. Then we can know that what are your location when you where you taken these pictures about Puyuma people. And lastly, this is what Scholar appear to be. Scholar is very similar to what other tools, the previous tool in Squid. It also shows that what are the Wikidata items has been collected. For example, the result Puyuma people, Puyuma Express, which is a train, and Puya Lingo. There's no description to be found. Phonology, grammars, and there are items that could be people that has Puyuma identity, so it has been linked with Puyuma. Well, like I said, Wikimedia ecosystem. So Wikidata is the linked data project for Wikimedia project. The Wikimedia Foundation is the organization that runs Wikipedia projects. The Wikimedia Foundation has chapters all over the world, including Germany. Wikimedia Deutschland is a non-profit organization that build and maintain Wikidata. There are Wikimedia projects is a project that you can come across as you edit, such as Wikipedias, Wikidictionaries, or Wikibooks, among others. Some Wikidata items can use media. You might also hear about Wikicommons, which is the media repositories that all Wikimedia projects use. It's similar to Wikidata in other Wikipedia's project, pull images and other media from the central repository. It is a difference from Wikidata in Wikicommons and exclusively for media, which means that you can store not only the images but also the audio file. Wiki Education is a non-profit organization separate from the Wikimedia that teaches individuals how to contribute to Wikimedia projects. We envision a broad and more diverse Wikimedia ecosystem that welcomes public and academia participation, in which students, scholars, and institutions of higher learning are actively engaged in the investigating and representing knowledge. In this case, because I have taken the pictures on Wiki Education itself, it teaches people it creates instruction manuals or teach people how to use Wikidata and other sister projects. And Wikidata. Yes, this is what I'm referring to. This is a site that's under Wiki Educations, and it teaches you how to edit Wikipedias and also Wikidata. And so let's begin with some basic knowledge. For example, when we learn about Puyuma, it has a property of Q716690, and this is connected to Wikipedia's. And here statements are the identifiers and others descriptions about this entry. And what do we mean by a Wikidata entry? Or the Wikipedia, how does it connect Wikipedia? For example, we have this person called Edward Hopper, and Edward Hopper is a citizen of the United States, and and his date of birth is July 22nd, 1889, and all these properties are actually the metadata. And adding your P's and Q's, recalling from introduction of Wikidata training module, and Wikidata need to use the P's and Q. The P are the properties, and Q is the values. You don't have to remember them, but once you are referring to Wikipedia, you can trace the P's and Q's. And for example, this is what it means by the Q items. For example, this Uruguay, it has a Q item property of 77. And the property is a specific relationship that connects an item to a value. In Wikidata, properties are represented by the letter P followed by a number. So that's why it's a value. So for example, Q3624078. And this is what a Wikidata item should look like in overview. So it has a label, it has a descriptions, a property that we mentioned before, and a value. And we should only pay attention to the properties and value, because these two values will help us in later search. So this is one of the Sparkle queries. So in this query, you can see that there is a Polygyny online dictionary indexing number, which has the p-value of P11605. And remember this Q706500. Yes, this is referring to our Puyuma people. And we keep the Boolean codes with and without references. However, after I ran this query, and we didn't discover any search result. There's no matching records found. Why is this the case? So this problem comes from Wikidata projects under Taiwan, and we can see that currently the languages already has Wikimedia language code, which is P424, and under this this has been contributed by my other fellow Wikipedians or Wikidata Taiwanese contributors. And you can see here, Puyuma, it says that the description reads that the mother tongue label is usable. However, as we refer to the second table, the non-usable languages, we have seen other tribes. For example, Ataya means Sidek, Sasilaya, Paiwan, Hakka, Eastern Minnan, Sakizaya, and Southern Min, and we didn't see Puyuma, and therefore we are unable to see. That means that no one has created Puyuma Wikipedia entry. Well, what can we do with that? Firstly, let's go to this template for discussion and navigations. And if you want to create a ethnic minority language project, then you have to go to initiatives, and you also need to initiate this translators notice board. For example, let's say you can go to this page, category articles contain Puyuma language text. In this case, you can see that there are only 3 indexing, and I would say I have tried out, and they are not really linked to any of these Puyuma texts, and therefore this is what I did. First, you need to go to a category talk and add topics, and it will point you to an article that contains Puyuma language text. So you can actually key in under this talk. You can key in, for example, for me, I key in. I would like to know how to insert other Puyuma source text into this field, and therefore I would have this message, and this is recorded my Wikimedia ID and the time, and maybe after some time there will be people that come to edit the source and they will answer, and they are all contributed by other fellows volunteers. And since I mentioned that it's possible to translate Wikipedia entry from one language to another language, and this is this is the interface and the software and the apps that we use to translate Wikipedias. And you have to create an account and then log in and start with the Wikipedia translation. But however, before that happens, we have to activate this mother tongue label and add it to this table so that Wikidata will be traceable so that Puyuma language will be traceable under Wikidata. And what do other tribes have to say about Puyuma? I mean, based on some languages has already been keyed in. For example, let's choose Sakizaya. So it says that about Puyuma, under Puyuma is a tribe. So it says that Gaga min Taidong Panyasayang Ka Alanga Tamakawao. So I can guess, I don't really speak the language, but I can guess that it's referring to there are a group of people who live in Taitung County in Taiwan. And I suspect it might referring that, this referring to populations, and it could be referring to who among this total number, maybe 51% of them are living Puyuma peoples. And in this, probably you can tell that so among this within these tribes that Puyuma tribe, there are also Puyumas, Armenians, Bunongs, and Paiwans, and not classified. And they have all their source based on the internal ministries and the Aborigine Council. Well, these are the existing dictionary. Again, I have to consult Wikipedia so we can see that there are several entries that, but I will be using the dictionary Puyuma from Cochrane's Joseon. I mean, she is an anthropological professor at Taida University. And this is a dictionary that she compounded. So it's the Nanwang Puyuma English Dictionary. Nanwang is a tribe of Puyuma tribe, and is also the largest. So that's why she used it as a sample for corpus for her dictionary. In the same time that I have also discovered another online sources is by Austronesian Comparative Dictionary, and it is from a German university. It says here that it was created by Robert Blast and Steve Tusers of the Comparative Dictionary Australia's language, and this is a project hosted by the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology and managed by Robert Fokker. Apparently, the latest update is from January 2020. And you can see that since it's open data and people have uploaded all this corpus data to the GitHub. Well, as for Wikidata, this is what we can see from our projects. So for the Wikidata, it has a special functions or maybe the categories that is responsible for the linguistic corpus. Linguistic corpus, which means that the stem of the words, I mean, what as a layman as a vocabulary, and this is for Wikidata. This is known as Wikidata Latsemas. And again, it also comes with a search function. You can key in and search for what is under this search function under Puyuma. So under category Puyuma, so it links to other pages. It prompts us to a page called Puyuma Lemas. Lema means that it's still in building. So you can see that there are pages containing Puyuma Lema. These are the vocabularies, and you can see that there are only 59 terms in total, comparing to what this open source by Max Planck Institute has computed. They have also around 221. They are definitely not as exhaustive as this paperback written dictionary. And also there's another wiki-inspired project. They are not from Wikimedia Foundation, but also by another another group is known as Wikivan. And Wiki1 also has created a language sources has divided into the classification of the dialects, phonology, the grammars, morphology, syntax, pronouns, and affix, and they also have some reference and some samples. Well, lastly, since we are speaking about Puyuma people, so let's learn a few phrases. Emanu. It means who or how are you? But in Puyuma languages, there's no clear distinction between who and how, so they are the same. And I will reply, or maybe you can reply, Regai, Taram Zuya, Marangai. Now let's try to say. This is what it means in English. And lastly, this sentence. Maybe you can also follow me and repeat after me and say, Irayuan in Nava ku I Manu Puyuma. It means that thank you, I'm good, I'm in Puyuma. This is the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed. And here is a Q&A session. Let's pause for around 5 minutes. And here's are my bibliographies in case if anyone want to use this Wikidata tool and to update and improve the current conditions of the Wikipedia's entries. And also if you are interested to know of how to improve the lexicographical data on Puyuma lemmas, you can also contact me or reach me. Thanks for your time, and I wish to hear more feedbacks from you. Thank you.